Okay, so I'm going to talk about my day, uh, and I'm going to address a couple of things. First and foremost, to the idiot commenter who said that I wasn't going to do anything, I've been doing lots of things. So I just got done a little while ago speaking at Protection and Policy for the city of Green Bay, right here from northern Wisconsin. So I got a couple things to cover. So that I did that via Zoom, and it's not like the Republican Party didn't know. They were probably expecting me. They might not have been expecting what I did, but that's okay. I don't know where my Celestine is innocent sign. Because when your Zoom window first pops up, this will be streamed. I mean, it will be on the City of Green Bay website when it's all done. I got to talk about how I have MS. Next meeting, I might even show my medical records, but I just kind of publicly owned a lot of people and stood up for. I mean, I haven't been friends with her in a while, but once upon a time, she was my friend. And I'm a loyal person, and I'm a strong supporter of women. It was kind of backwards in the thing, but she's gonna get the point. Innocent. So I'm just gonna, and then I got a book to go over too. My book arrived. I wrote this some time ago, but now I gotta make some changes because the cover, as it turns out, is all pixelated. So I'm gonna have to fix that, and the inside was amazing, though. I tell you what. But I'm gonna. Oh, and there's my. Oh, look at that! It talks about me. So first, I'm gonna read what I read at Protection and Policy, and I started out with my name and my address. And as I've stated to people before, there's probably a lot of guns here, and they're not mine. So I wouldn't fuck around, for the record, because castle law. So anyway, but I talked about how I have MS, and if I misspeak or whatever, plus it's a hot day, but I don't remember exactly what I said. But then I started reading what I scribbled down as I'm waiting for my thing to pop up, right? But and I got to read part of this twice, because I first spoke to the wrong agenda item, which should be a big clue for people that have known me for a long time. Like, Wendy Coral doesn't get confused about shit like that. Oh, yeah, that's right, she's sick, and she's disabled and protected American. Anyway, so I'll read this. I've known Celestine since before Guy Zima was the Pied Piper letting rats take District 9 by storm. She's honest and smart and not one of those so-called woke liberals, and also the first woman of color to be elected to city council. I worry that part of this, and I've missed the revenge part, that part of this other than partisan revenge. See, that's a bad thing about having MS, you miss little scribbles, but was that people were trying to prevent her from being the first potential woman of color to hold the gavel in Green Bay. And I honestly think that, and I'm giving Brian Johnson some side eye. I want to say that whatever's happening is like a liberal against liberal crime, because I know a thing or two about that, too. Anyway. And yes, I think elections have been messed up, but if there was foul play, if there was any foul play, I would check with the man who wore a cheese hat and bribed Green Bay voters with millions of dollars, or the head of Facebook that kind of started all of this to begin with, because tech competition is big right now. Huge. There's a lot of competition in tech, and I didn't get to say AI, but tech. And for some reason, Green Bay got a lot of attention. I mean, I don't know who might have been doing World Economic Forum parodies, but who knows. But anyway, I didn't add that part. But Celestine Jeffries is innocent, except I did it like this. And it was kind of clumsy, but I was like, Celestine Jeffries is in it. Let's see my volume. Celestine Jeffries is innocent. I didn't have it that loud, because Celestine Jeffries is innocent. And it's even red. It's even like Republican red. Celestine Jeffries is innocent, for example. It didn't sound that loud, though, but it was a council meeting, so I used my indoor Alex Jones voice. And then I, as that happened, I dropped my paper. So then I went off script and just remembered enough that before I did Green Bay Sausage, it was like 2008, that She was so inspirational, and not verbatim, right? But in a nutshell, she was so inspirational that in like 2007 or 2008, I had named my World of Warcraft character Celestine after her. And that's the truth. I mean, it doesn't matter that it was a character. It was like the name, and it's just like about, you know, being a warrior in a feral land. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I was a gamer back in the day, and that is the character that I met the person that I would later marry and basically go through a very public divorce with, for the record. I didn't explain all that at the time, but I will maybe someday. Now on to my book. Auriel DaCosta Didn't Kill Himself, a free-thinking examination of morals and common sense. Oh, and who's that? See, I gotta fix this. So I messed up when I was doing the cover. It's pixelated, so I gotta redo the cover and resubmit my print version of this, but the inside looks amazing. The cover's kind of meh, but maybe that doesn't matter, right? The book itself is good. In a quest to find healing, explore my father Coriel, different spellings, DaCosta lineage, and attempt to find lost half-siblings that would be older than my mother. I came upon the incredible yet tragic story of Auriel DaCosta while researching the Sephardic heritage and the DaCosta family. I immediately felt a connection to this ancestor, if not as a spirit guide, as I have walked a similar path challenging the establishment. And all that comes with it, years before I knew about him, let alone the history of my lineage. I can say with certainty it is highly improbable that Auriel took his own life. Rather, his life was taken from him by the power structure of his time. Ironically enough, a shocking event from my own community that prompted me to change the ideals of religion. It's weird font, so it's hard to read. The ideals of religion as it pertains to government abuse of power as a reflection of tyranny that likely happened to Auriel in the 1600s, still happening in the modern day, but with more powerful tools of oppression. For example, in my community, on April 2007, 4 Green Bay police officers shot and killed an unarmed Ben Sonnenberg in a shower of 33 bullets. 11 of the bullets struck and killed Ben, and 2 hit and wounded a bystander inside of a nearby building, and that was Cesar Grajava, or Tergas. I'm saying the name wrong, but it was Caesar. His first name was Caesar. After the police investigated themselves, they determined that Ben had committed suicide by cop via pretending that his cell phone was a gun, so officers Eric Allen, Gary Riggles, Matthew Kane, and Scout Salzman apparently had no choice but to carelessly ejaculate bullets into the community they were swore to protect and serve. Despite police records being released to the public, many bullet holes being in Ben's back, indicating he was running away from maniacs with badges, along with conflicting testimony and no outside investigation, the district attorney at the time, John Zukowski, made the determination that Ben pointed the cell phone at the police and made a motion to make it appear as if he was going to use his cell phone to shoot someone. The final determination that Ben was forcing the officers to shoot him and hit bystanders in the process is not only illogical, but a complete fabrication of truth to avoid accountability. The blatant, unapologetic abuse of power is very similar to the unfair excommunication, torture, and abuse experienced by Auriel DaCosta, as historically documented in subsequent false claims of suicide after a failed murder attempt of the people, including a DaCosta Coriel relative, all because he dared question the oral tradition, which, to be perfectly honest, everyone should. And he talks about circumcision in this book too, and like how I propose replacing the act of circumcision with the flower and healing, and it is my hope that anyone who reads this will be part of a ripple effect of healing the pain on this planet and transforming it into something beautiful. And those are supposed to be Sephardic Jews, but don't tell anyone. Actually, tell everyone. But anyway, I'm not going to read my whole book. You're going to have to buy a copy of it, once I fix it up. Although if you buy it now, I think that I'm going to raise the price on this. I'll lower the price temporarily because it's got a flawed cover. I might sign this. This is my original whatever. And I got to get back into my account because I know I've sold a couple of these. So I'm just going to read this here. Wendy Coriel is a fiercely independent free thinker and descendant of Oriol da Costa, the 17th century Sephardic philosopher excommunicated twice by Amsterdam's Jewish community for daring to question rabbinic authority and the immortality of the soul. Drawing from newly uncovered family records, personal reflection, and an unflinching commitment to reason over dogma, Coriel re-examines Da Costa's tragic life and controversial death, challenging the official narratives of suicide, while exposing the timeless mechanisms of ideological control that silence dissent. With the same clear-eyed skepticism she applies to politics, history, and inherited tradition, Coriel writes not as an academic, but as a spiritual and intellectual heir carrying forward Da Costa's torch. This book is her declaration that dangerous ideas, once buried, can still burn brightly, and that common sense and moral courage remain the ultimate rebellion. Rah! Celestine Jeffries is innocent. And now Israel knows, too. So anyway, be mindful about your bridge lights. Actually, who gives a fuck about bridge lights? Except maybe people give... I mean, it doesn't matter. Celestine Jeffries is innocent. Was there fucked up things with the election? Yeah. I spoke about that, too. But this is not an effed up election. This is duplicate absentee ballots getting mailed. Celestine didn't do that. And somebody's going to say, oh, well, somebody did say at that meeting, well, it's her job as the clerk to oversee things. So let's just say that there was something to what I said, that maybe like Elon Musk or some kind of hacker was the one that added that stuff. Should Celestine fucking pay for that too? If it was like not even one of her employees that did it, you guys better figure it out. And whack, I tell you what, can the city of Green Bay sue the Wisconsin Election Commission if we think that it's like a partisan fucking revenge tactic? Because I'm pretty sure that it is. Thank you. I'll have to call him back. That's kind of funny. It's almost like, what is there? Some kind of like all the. It's just like today. It's never mind. It's almost like people were trying to distract and thwart my plan, and it's not going to really do any good. But yeah. Oh man. Oh. Ooh. So anyway. That's my video, and that's how much of nothing I'm going to accomplish. Because just because I'm disabled and can't drive, like, I can still do other things. And I still have a history and a platform. And I'm getting to the point now, if people are coming to me and saying shit like that, knowing that I'm disabled, again, fuck around and find out. I'm not somebody who can just come and troll just because I make a video. I'm a protected American, and my content is protected from fucking harassment and stalking and whatever the fuckery is going on. Especially if there's City of Green Bay hands on it. Y'all, the people that know what's up know what's up. Anyway, that's my video. I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed week. Try not to overheat and die, and I will try to do the same. Before I close out, and I don't know if it's, I'm not going to mention anybody's name yet. And we are not boyfriend and girlfriend yet, although I am hoping that maybe in time, he'll give me that title. I would have given myself that title, but that's another story for another day. But my exclusive roommate, I guess that's what happened. Like, that's the title you give yourselves if you're roommates and you're exclusively cuddling. He's helped a lot. Now I'm helping myself a lot. It's not like I'm just living here for free. Like, I'm paying bills, and when I get my things figured out at some point, I'll probably even pay half the bills, if ever. Well, depending. Like, I need to have certain things in place. If I don't move, I might have to, at some point I might have to move just because of my disability, because it'd be a lot of money to get this house very ADA compliant. For example, I wouldn't be able to invite my friend Tammy DeJardin over because she is completely in a wheelchair. So there's no way to even if we carry her in here, there's no way she could sit here, but like she couldn't travel to whatever. But My point is that I'm very grateful and I'm very lucky, and I really like him, but I'm afraid to talk about that too much because I'm worried about sabotage, because that's kind of what happened last time I was happy. So there's some of that. But I'm very, very grateful, even if he doesn't make me his official girlfriend. I'm very grateful to be even just a roommate, even just have a air condition and place to work and things like that. So I honestly have to bring that up. I don't have to, but I'm bringing that up because I wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that I've been doing for the last month, and healing and having the peace to do stuff and having hugs and people that, you know, I'm very grateful. And he's got great kids too. And I'm kind of excited because I've been helping one of his kids start a YouTube channel now that she's old enough, right? So, and at some point I might teach her some things. It gets me excited, like wanting to. And of course things are going to change anyway, so maybe kids won't need me, but at this point maybe they do. So I've even considered, like, if I'm here for any length of time, maybe donating some time to the Pulaski School District, although I've got kind of a controversial background, but you know what, maybe that'd be an okay thing. Because, like, this person, like, well, and especially if it was a medical, like, whatever, right? But that's another story for another day. But I'm very, very grateful. And I don't know. The scheduling's kind of whatever, because there's a lot of nights that he's not here. And, like, it's kind of, I don't know. It is what it is, but I'm still grateful. And that was pretty much just that. I'm grateful to have somebody that's truly in my corner. And I feel like probably going to truly be in my corner, you know. I don't think that he's just going to be like, F you, Wendy, or if I misspeak or have a bad day, I don't think he's going to be like, F you, Wendy. I just got to teach him better that, like, there's certain kinds of, well, never mind. I was going to talk about the cuddling, but that's another story for another day. See, I got to be careful now, because you never know about these things. You never know when all the politicians are going to be like, what? So anyway, now I'm done. That's my video. There was like a good 15 minutes of solid stuff and then some blah, blah, blah. But then if people want to judge me, go fuck yourself and get MS. Actually, or Parkinson's or anything like that. You know. So anyway, that's my video. Peace, love, light, and kittens. Later days. And have a beautiful, blessed week. Stay honest out there, people. And stay authentically genuine.